Here is another question from one of our viewers. They wanted to know why you needed to miter a cut like this. And was it actually required by the building codes? And believe it or not, I couldn't find anything that suggested it was. If you can find it, provide me with a reference number and the book that it came out of, because I had my AI look for it, and what they found was either incorrect or they provided me with reference numbers and information that didn't match with the information that would help us answer this question. And with that said, next up, let's take a look at some of the information they did provide us with. And first on the list was that the nails couldn't be exposed and that all the gaps needed to be tight. And this miter cut would definitely help with that. Where this one right here would be questionable. So I went ahead and drew a couple of nailing patterns in here. If I was to drive the nail in at a 90-degree angle off of this right here, then you can see where the nails are not going to be exposed, where over here they might be. If I install the nails at an incorrect angle or a different position, then you could end up with something like this where the nails would be exposed again. And I've seen plenty of this and would be one of the guilty parties to mention in that also. And in this situation here, it's going to depend on how the nails are used and how the fastening is actually interpreted by the inspector or the building codes. And I'm not mentioning hangers here because that is not the point of the video. It's to figure out if you can use a square cut or you have to miter it to fit tight. And I couldn't find that anywhere. So you can see here where we have a little bit of the nail exposed if we have a square cut connection. And artificial intelligence said that that was going to be located in the American Wood Council. And since I'm not interested in paying for that information, I won't be able to validate it. And for those of you wondering which cut I would do, yes, this one right here. But let's take a look at something else here. And of course, what the individual was referring to in the question. What if you had a roof rafter connecting to a hip or a valley, and you had a situation where you couldn't make the cut with a circular saw? And let me know if you could actually make this cut with a compound miter saw. I've never made one before, and I would imagine you're going to need a longer blade. And on all of the projects I've ever seen, I've seen them like this. And again, I'm guilty of doing this myself. And I'm proud to announce that those buildings are still standing. And if we applied the same principles that I explained with the other cuts and nailing patterns for a standard 45-degree angle, you can see where this right here is not going to work as good as the mitered cut. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let us know by hitting the thumbs up button or letting us know in the comment area.